Hello, I'm Dr. Scott Howard, and what I wanted to share with you in this session or in this video is talking about proprioception. Now, you'll see in the protocol book that there is a section that says proprioception. A lot of people don't know what that is. Proprioception is actually the stimulation of sensors in the body telling the brain where those sensors are as far as where they are in space, what they're doing. There's sensors in the muscles, there's sensors in organs, there's sensors in joints of the spine or joints of anything in the body, ankles, TMJ, things like that. And so when somebody has trouble with their proprioception, then they're going to notice a lack of coordination. It could be fine motor skills. It could be just that their posture is off. It could be walking upstairs, just general motor movements. But what it is you know, they could be stumbling, writing difficulties, things like that. And the older you get, a lot of times those sensors will become atrophied, meaning that they don't function as good as they should. Now, the nervous system is a whole system of feedback mechanisms. The nervous system sends certain input, or well, sends output to different areas of the body, and then those sensors send feedback back to the brain telling it certain information. And so there's this constant communication between the brain and the body. Now those sensors, like we were talking about, if they atrophy, they are not going to send correct information back to the brain. Therefore, the brain has no idea what it's doing, and it can't send those signals back to the body telling it what to do and it be correct. So we're going to show you a demonstration of how that can show up in a person, and then we'll show you how to correct that. So we've got our demonstration here, and he's going to help us. You can just kind of face that way over there. Okay, now we're going to have them close their eyes, and then they raise their arms out in front of them. And we're just going to show, take the pinky, the tip of the pinky, touch the very tip of the nose. Well, you got to close your eyes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So now we're gonna have them close their eyes. So. Okay. So arms down. Now bring your arms up. Now pinky to the very tip of the nose. Okay. All right. And very tip of this other pinky, very tip of the nose. Okay. All right. So now you can see that was not on the tip of the nose. So all right, you can just have a seat there. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I usually do in my clinic as far as treating this condition. Then we're also going to show you the protocol that's in the book, and we're going to explain some of that. So we're going to take the laser, the electro chi, or actually the inner chi, made by electro chi, I think. Okay, we're going to turn it on. We're going to go to number 3, which is for neurological. You can see that it's working here. So we're going to laser the brainstem, which is at the base of the skull. We're going to do that a little bit. What that is just stimulating and tuning up the nervous system. And in the TMJ, there's 40 to 50% of the receptors just in the TMJ alone. If the TMJ has been damaged in the past, then those sensors may not be firing back to the brain properly. Now, we're not having him affect or use the actual TMJ during the test, but still it could be misfiring, causing confusing signals to the brain, therefore him not being able to hit the tip of the nose. So I'm going to do TMJ on both sides. Now treatment time, oh, it's about 10 to 15 seconds each place. And the distance away from the body is 2 to 3 inches. Then the last place that we're going to do treatment is actually over the spine, the neck, upper neck, things like that. Now you're not going to feel this at all. Okay. All right. Now that we've stimulated certain areas of the nervous system, we're going to retest. Okay, you go ahead and stand up. Same area, just kind of face that over there. Close your eyes. All right, now take the pinky, very tip of the pinky, very tip of the nose. Okay. All right. The very tip of this pinky, very tip of the nose. Okay. All right. Okay. You can have a seat. There you go. We all did not know how that was going to turn out, especially him. And so you can tell he's pretty surprised. It's just that easy, just stimulating the nervous system in certain areas, and it will help certain things. Now, I don't know if he really noticed that he was stumbling, or he may not. But anyway, you can tell from that test right there alone that his nervous system was not quite in tune with itself. And so now signals to the brain are much more efficient than what they are. So now we're going to show you in the book another protocol for proprioception.
So where do we start with proprioception? Start by assessing your client by drawing a horizontal line 4 to 6 inches below the neck. And you focus on that line, and then you actually visually see which shoulder is higher. If one shoulder is higher than the other, then you will begin proprioception on the high shoulder side. If the shoulders are level, there are other things to look for, such as a drooping eyelid, crooked smile, one limb shorter than the other. What you're looking is for imbalance on one side of the body as opposed to the other. And if if you find a slight abnormality, then what you'll do is you'll work on that side for proprioception. However, if time does permit, it is best to do the proprioception protocol on both sides. Okay, the steps to do in proprioception with the Energy Elite laser is you want to use mode 3 and up to a duration for each point up to 1 minute. The frequency that you would do this would be as needed, sometimes up to 2 or 3 times a week. So step 1 of proprioception is you would apply the laser light directly to the skin just below the base of the skull and where L5 meets S1 of the spine. Step 2, you would apply the laser light directly to the skin over the heart. And you can do this for up to a minute. Step 3, you'd apply the laser light directly to the skin just below the jaw. Again, to determine the proper side to use, refer to which shoulder was higher or the abnormality that you saw. Step 4, you would want to apply the laser light directly to the skin just in front of the ear. Step 5, apply the laser light directly to the skin over the carotid artery on the high shoulder side or the side that showed an imbalance. Step 6, apply the laser light directly to the skin just below the shoulder and gluteus. And again, this is on the high side or the side that had the imbalance. Step 7, apply the laser light directly to the skin over the groin on the high side or the side that showed the imbalance. Now, to do a full proprioception protocol, you would repeat this on the other side. However, we've seen that one side will suffice.